Good morning. Today is July 1st, 2021. My name is Scott Pio, and I'm running for the House of Delegates in Loudoun County's 32nd District. Before we start, please like and share and subscribe to this video. We need as many people and as many patriots as we can to pay attention to this. So, yesterday, Glenn Youngkin unveiled his education plan, and it was a good one. He did so in Loudoun County, my home district. And I'm thankful for him bringing the crowds out, but I'm also thankful for having a real policy that will stick. So what did this plan really say to do? He wanted to restore academic achievement and common sense in the Commonwealth. And by doing so, he wanted to remove politics from the classroom. What does politics mean when you remove it from the classroom? That's really an important thought. Currently, right now, critical race theory is being taught in the classroom. It's being taught to the teachers, and the teachers will do so as they see fit to teach it in the classrooms. Critical race theory teaches us that we should bucket people. We should put people into buckets, depending on their skin color and not depending on their academic achievement. And this is a terrible thing to do, and I am not for this at all. So, what has critical race theory in this equity movement done to our county so far? If you don't know, Thomas Jefferson was a magnet school. Thomas Jefferson Magnet School was created to help excel those people that were high achievers, the smartest of the smartest. And you had to achieve and through merit to get into Thomas Jefferson Magnet School. And they removed it. They made it a lottery-based system. And now kids can come in based on the lottery system and not based on academic achievement. I just talked to an employer the other day, and they said they're not going to keep looking at Thomas Jefferson anymore for the best and the brightest. Instead, they'll look elsewhere. And this is to remove merit from a school and excellence from a school is pretty frustrating. They've also, in our county, removed valedictorians. They've also removed AP classes as of Virginia as a state. So if you remove valedictorians, you no longer have high achievers. You can no longer recognize those who have achieved the most or the best. If you removed AP classes, as Virginia, if I wanted to send my child to a Virginia school and an outsider from another state came into Virginia, a college-bound kid, the college-bound kid would then be able to be entered into the college far faster than a Virginia student. Why is that the case? Because they can't take AP courses anymore. And if they can't take AP courses anymore, they're lower on the totem pole now than a college kid that might come from out of state. And so now we've removed our ability to compete with out-of-state children in order to allow our children to go to college. So at a lower level, our children are going to be less of achievers than those children that come from out of state. And this is all over the state. Glenn Youngkin did talk about how 48 states have all basic standards above the National Assessment of Education Progress. So 48 states all have these standards that they set in their schools of accreditation for their schools, and 48 of them are above these standards. The only state that's below these standards is Virginia. And that's due to McAuliffe's work when he was last governor. Glenn Youngkin wants to increase these standards and bring these back up and bring these schools back to an achieving level. If we've lowered our standards, we no longer can achieve in our schools. Another thing McAuliffe did was remove 5 SOL tests to degrade these standards as well. So he no longer made these tests a required standard. Instead, he simply said, we're going to remove these and allow these children to standardize in a different way. And that's pretty upsetting to me. The last piece he said was one third of 8th graders are at the national standards, have met national standards. So 2/3, 66% of our 8th graders cannot read at a national level. What are we doing? What is going on? I think the only change and the only thing that will make this better is school choice. And one of those things that I'm running on is school choice. I'm running on a school voucher program. And because the way Virginia Constitution is set up, they can't give money to a religious institution. So if a child wants to go to a charter school, if a parent wants to send their child to any type of school, they should be able to. The money should follow the child instead of politicians drawing lines around where you can attend school and where you cannot, because that's currently what happens. The district lines are drawn by politicians, and they decide where your child goes to school. And that's a terrible thing, especially when your school could be a C- school, and the school right next door to you could be an A+ school. So I want to implement school choice. We're going to implement school choice through a tax voucher system. If you as a parent pay $10,000 to a school to send your child there, we're going to take that money and reimburse you at the end of the tax year. Virginia is going to reimburse you as a parent at the end of the tax year. And you can imagine two things will happen. Schools will compete, like drivers will compete, or Uber will compete, or restaurants will compete. And the school board will no longer have control over our children. If we can do that, if we can change this, we change the entire dynamic of how schools are currently functioning, what they can teach and what they will teach. We will no longer, as a parent, send our child to these schools that are low functioning, low ability schools. We can choose now where to send our children, and the state is willing and will be willing to reimburse us for this cost. My name is Scott Pio, and I'm running for Virginia House of Delegates in Loudoun County's 32nd District. Please like, share, subscribe, send this video out, and hit that like button and send that share button, please. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day.